This one takes a little
Lord.
distance.
He's dragging both legs.
He's dragging
You know what
both
is
legs.
really bothering me?
What is bothering you,
What's
Andy?
bothering?
Tell us, Johnny. What's bothering
Get to
you?
it.
Look at him. He still wears,
Okay,
by the way, his Pirates of
so-
the Caribbean facial hair.
I know.
You see that he's still doing it.
I feel like every now and then we're just going to see beads starting to be
What do you
incorporated.
mean?
into
He
that thing.
tries to do it. He flips his hair like him. He goes, Joe, listen, we just need to focus.
You know
on
what he
things."
needs?
I don't-
He
I
needs one of
really
those three-quarter
don't.
I'm in a
hats.
band. I'm in a band.
Pirate hat?
Yeah, it's what you need.
Everybody, welcome to the Brotherly Love Pod.
The pod.
I want to just say shout out to all of our listeners out there because of you and what you've said on our
Why are
message
you Jeff
boards.
Goldblum all of a sudden? Because of you and
my
your
gosh.
comments and your lovely comments and your this and that.
Because of
and
your
that's-
wonderful comments and
No,
support.
you don't need
He's
that.
been
And
practicing
feedback,
his jazz
which
piano
we-
lately,
which
too.
we do.
Yeah.
which we do read. My brothers aren't chewing gum right now,
Which we
is,
do read.
It's a
Joe and
miracle.
I took out our gum.
It's a
because
miracle.
We read.
I couldn't do it alone.
We read a comment that said, "What kind of a
They didn't read. Wait a minute.
chews gum?"
You're completely fabricating. I just told you about this.
They didn't hear the story before we went on
read
the air.
a comment.
Nobody was
No.
recording that
You
conversation.
did not read
Yes,
it.
I did. I read that. It was on my Instagram.
You read the
Oh.
comment? Wait a minute. You didn't read it. I read the comment. This whole place read the comment.
There's more than one comment.
parties and alcohol.
There's more than one.
You're at a
You guys are
eggnog.
insane.
I'm at an eggnog.
You guys need
Bill
to take
Hader, right?
medicine.
Oh my God,
It's so
brilliant.
funny. That
If
guy.
you've never seen anything, and we'll talk about this later in the year when we get to Christmas, but You're a Rat Bastard Charlie Brown is one of the best SNL Christmas
yeah,
skits.
it's really great.
My
Ever.
brother Joe
Anyway.
literally brings this up every couple
Every
of
Christmas.
months.
It's
No,
my-
it's
no.
the middle of summer.
I only brought it up because he said this
By
whole
the
place.
way,
It's no-
happy summer.
Hey,
Hey,
summer.
I love summer.
Me too. I love it.
I hate winter.
Me too.
I hate.
I like all the months.
I'm just going to keep going and moving
a
further and
seasonal
further
fellow.
south
Yeah.
to avoid
I'm going to live
winter.
on the equator.
I need to have my own
Literally in it.
podcast.
I'm going to be so deep
No,
in it.
you know what's funny? I look at all the places I've been on a map, on my Google Maps, you know, and I see which place is the closest to the equator because I want to see how close I've actually been. And it was Kenya, the Masai Mara. When
Really?
I actually went down to the
Masai
border,
the Marsala wine? What is
yes,
it?
the
What was it
Masai
called?
Mara.
The Masai
When I was in the
Mara.
Masai Mara, and I
You
went
pound
down,
chicken.
and I went down
you
to the
pound chicken. You put a little masamara on it, and it's good, man.
And I went to the
I only
border-
saute my chicken in
I'm just going to
masamara.
pretend like you're not even talking right now.
Hold on, let me chew a little gum.
And I went to the border
Yeah.
of, we drove down and went to the border of the Serengeti on the Tanzania border, and that is literally almost dead smack on the
It
equator.
makes love to the equator.
Oh, I love it.
It makes love to the
Oh,
equator.
I love it.
It's so close to the equator, it literally makes love to it.
I love
Why are
the
you saying
equator,
like
man.
Antonio Banderas when you say that?
The best thing
Because
ever.
I love the equator. And then Andy over here going, guys, listen, what we need to do is we need to...
Can you imagine?
this is
Antonio Banderas.
Yes, with Johnny
With
Depp.
Johnny Depp
Oh
in a
my
movie?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Have they ever done a movie together?
I really don't talk like
I don't
that.
think they have.
That'd be unbelievable.
Andy,
and then smash in Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got a well-rounded
You do.
cast.
Andy would play all three of those characters, and
Yes,
John
he would.
Malkovich.
He would.
do-
Oh, him on it. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, I know. Because Andy is just-
Star-studded cast.
But truly, Andy, the way Madonna switched over into a British accent
Oh, that
halfway
was
through
unbelievable.
her. Well, she was not from Jersey anymore, and she started to talk like
that
this.
was so wild.
It's
But
so
she was,
weird.
Who was she dating or married?
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, she fell in love with it, and
That's
then
right. And then she literally
just
became
literally
British.
Ever since that happened, Andy somehow somebody told him. I'll never forget this because Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean. Somebody told
not-
Andy he looked like
Yeah.
her,
That's not true.
and Andy was like, "Wait a minute."
Well, he loved it because before he kept getting told he looked
Brendan
like
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Right,
Which is actually.
No, in The Mummy, Brendan
Not
Fraser.
an
Great. George of the
insult.
Jungle.
He was
Brendan Fraser was
freaking
shredded.
cool.
Yeah,
But then he had some
blast to the
struggles
past.
in his
Blast in the
life-
past.
his life,
Brendan
and he-
Fraser started to change a little
He
bit.
started to look a little
and then,
odd.
and
What was
then-
that movie he did?
The Whale.
The Whale.
Yeah.
That was a suit.
Oh, was it?
He played a damn whale, Matt. You're so insensitive. He was playing a damn mammal. You're so a sea
He wasn't.
mammal.
No, you're like Marvel.
I never
You
saw
think
the
it was a
movie.
Marvel movie?
Right, I never saw the movie. He was playing a damn sea mammal. How dare you? Do you know that blue whales are almost extinct? God help him for thank
They're
God.
making a comeback.
Thank God he played one.
You know the blue whale is the largest animal ever to grace the planet Earth.
Really?
It's bigger even
That's
than
why
the
Brendan
dinosaurs.
Fraser played him. I'm kidding. No, but I'm saying, and the way he was doing this, honestly, we've all had dialect coaches.
Didn't he win an Academy Award?
Did you hear him speak whale?
That is
the Sonics. I don't even know how he got those.
that is Academy Award winner right there.
It's so
That stuff. How did he do it?
I don't know.
How did he do it? We've never seen the movie. Can you
First
imagine
of all,
these
you
assholes
sound like-
just talking about this film. People
you
are like,
sound
you've
like
never seen the whale.
a porpoise. You
No,
don't sound
honestly,
like a whale.
I almost thought it was
A
so good it
whale
should have been the
sounds
sequel
like
to
this.
Finding Nemo, but it wasn't. It was a complete.
That's whale.
No, Joe's right. They have some sonic.
I've heard the sonic
and
clicks.
clacks and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sonic clacks, baby. Yeah. Anyway,
Do you know what they,
then he
okay,
got-
interesting
but
fact
then he got
That's
about
my
Johnny
whale
Depp.
impression.
interesting fact about whales. Do you know
okay.
that they
Boy.
started recording the same type of whale, but all over the planet in different pods, and they started recording them. They realized that they had different languages
Really?
to communicate the same thing. So
Do
they actually
dolphins?
so different pods of
Depending on
dolphins
what
and
part of the
whales,
world they were from.
They'll have different
had different-
dialects,
different
and different
dialects.
ways to communicate.
crazy
things. Isn't
cool.
that crazy? Yeah. That's very dolphin. Yeah. What was
Right?
that
That's a dolphin, right?
Television show? Flipper.
Flipper, ba-da-da-da.
And then they made a movie.
They made a movie with Paul Hogan
and who
and
was
Elijah Wood.
Oh yeah.
But the TV show I think was Sally Field. It was great. I actually watched reruns of Flipper from the '60s on reruns. We would stay at Meme and Pop's house.
Oh yeah.
Literally in the
I'm
'80s
gonna
because
go
that was
out-
on. I was only 20
I'm
years
going to
old.
go out on a limb and give Free
And-
Willy a shout out and say that was better than the Flipper
Hold
movie.
me like the river Jordan, and I will then say to thee, you are my friend. Shmee's joining in. Remember
a song.
Remember that shot when he goes.
Schmooch is
Remember that shot when he goes, Willie,
Oh,
and the whale
God.
jumps over him on that.
Wow.
Dude, that was
What epic.
I'm
I'll never forget that summer. What year was that?
94,
it's so good.
93.
Oh, I'll
I'll
never
look it
forget
up.
that. I
Yeah.
just
So
couldn't.
good.
It was like, you know when you put on a song and it like it
He
just-
performed at the Super Bowl that
takes
year.
over
Remember
your
when Michael did that at
entire
the Super
mind?
Bowl?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
dude,
man.
dude,
that was
yeah.
incredible.
Dude, that was Free Willy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Those
that-
were the
Michael,
days.
dude. You know, all that footage was going around because not too long ago we had the what was it, the 14th year anniversary
Isn't
of his
that
death.
wild?
Dude.
It's been that long.
It just goes
Oh
to
my
show you.
gosh,
I don't want to
time
digress
is
because
flying so
I just.
hardcore.
But man, you look at those.
Oh my
you look at those
gosh.
clips because there's all this footage now of him coming out where he was just kind of like in rehearsals.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
it was
Or they
rehearsals,
cut all the
rehearsals for the
tracks and they
Thriller,
just do
right?
what he's
But it was
singing and
rehearsals
stuff.
for like the Thriller video with John
Yeah.
Landis, rehearsals for his Bad tour,
Yeah.
like all this behind the scene footage that we never saw before. Obviously, from the This Is It movie, a lot of those things are replaying. But dude, Michael just marking things.
I know.
Just literally going through a rehearsal.
Marking means you just like are
You're
just kind of
you're just
step
kinda-
by step,
yeah,
paint
like,
by numbers or what you're gonna do for that.
no
evening.
energy,
Right.
just for almost like memory to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
it doesn't even, honestly, nobody performing today holds a candle to him rehearsing.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
I don't see
I mean-
somebody out there
I mean,
who's
like,
so
I get it.
well-rounded in
I know the
dance,
Swifties are great.
songs,
No, dude.
and singing.
No, dude.
Woo!
No, dude. No, dude. And the energy that he gave
Yeah.
to his performances.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll never be anybody like him.
I know.
Never.
You want to hear something crazy about
Sure.
time flying?
Sure.
So you know when you were a kid and you feel like a summer could
3
just
months is
last for
forever.
forever? Right. Well, that's because your brain was replicating its cells at a very high pace. Unfortunately, and this is kind of a stinger as you get older, but unfortunately, the reason why time speeds up so much is because your brain is slowing down.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
That's why time seems to go so much faster as you get older and older and older. It's because your brain is replicating less and less cells.
I don't.
Isn't that
Why?
crazy?
Joe knows this. Why are you acting like you don't know this? You're like, wow. I mean,
I didn't
you totally knew that.
really know the exact reason. I just knew it did go faster the older you get.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And I think about what it was like going from 25 to 35.
Oh my gosh.
And then 35.
Oh, that's a blur.
45.
That's a blur.
What the next? I don't even want to say what the next 10
45
years
to
is gonna bring.
45. I'm feeling sick.
Oh.
50. I don't even know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to get there, but I want.
I don't.
But I want to try to look good while I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
I'm
fellas?
dragging my leg on this one.
You're dragging your leg.
I'm dragging it
dragging
like
it.
an anchor.
Oh God! Look at this one. This one doesn't even work anymore. This one just I have to huck this in the car. This one gets in on its own. This one takes a little
Oh, Lord.
He's dragging both legs.
He's dragging
You know what
both
is
legs.
really
Mark.
bothering me?
What is bothering you,
What's
Andy?
bothering?
Tell us,
Get to it.
Tell us, Johnny. What's bothering
Get
you?
to it.
Look at him. He still wears,
Okay,
by the way, his Pirates of
so-
the Caribbean facial hair.
I know.
You see that he's still doing it.
I feel like every now and then we're just going to see beads starting to be
What do you
incorporated.
mean?
into that
He
thing.
tries to do it. He flips his hair like him. He goes, Joe, listen, we just need to focus.
You know
on
what he
things."
needs?
I don't-
He
I
needs one of
really
those three
don't.
corner
I'm in a
hats.
band. I'm in a band.
Pirate hat?
Yeah, it's what you need.
There's no hat back there. That's what's bothering me.
Oh,
Really?
where's the hat?
Oh, Andy asked me to get the Woe 93 hat.
Wait, somebody took the Woe 93 hat?
Somebody-
Nobody takes the Woe 93 hat.
I
We had a
borrowed
little
it.
scare.
I borrowed it for
We
an
had a little
outfit.
scare. I thought Woe 93 was absconded. Somebody took it.
That's a good word.
It's a good
It
word.
is a good
I
word.
did very good in my SATs.
Joe reads a thesaurus.
I
every
read
day.
it. You got to say that right, though.
Thesaurus.
A thesaurus?
Joe reads
Thesaurus.
a thesaurus. Now, don't say it like Johnny.
A dinosaurus.
Joe reads a rhinoceros. No, that's not what it's called, Andy.
A stegosaurus.
No, isn't it a thesaurus?
Thesaurus, yeah.
What did I say?
I don't think
wrong?
any
I
of
don't
us
know.
are saying
You
it
said
right
it with
at
an
this point.
accent. Thesaurus. But you said it with an accent.
definitely
Everything you
did not
do,
say it with an accent.
when you
We can-
get low,
Oh,
your
God.
voice gets
That's not
low,
a
and then you
thesaurus.
grab your thing, this thing down here, and you go.
Doesn't a thesaurus? What is it now? I can't even.
It's
come
a
up-
thesaurus.
Doesn't a
Thesaurus.
thesaurus?
You gotta
doesn't
put down.
it-
You gotta stop with the
Matt,
alcohol
doesn't it do
before we-
metaphors? What does it do?
What? Metaphors.
Metaphors.
What does a
No.
thesaurus
A
actually
thesaurus
give us?
gives you.
Oh, my Lord.
It gives you basically the same words,
boy.
Right.
different words with the same meaning.
What are those words
So if you're looking
called?
up words for like
Analogies? No.
analogies,
No, there's a word.
You know,
where
Matt, for all the facts
I know.
that
Tell
you
us
know,
about those words, Matt. Hold on.
It's
Let me play a little
shocking.
theme music while Matt figures this out.
It's
You have
shocking.
30 seconds. Go. Boop, 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 boop,
It's so
boop,
funny. My
boop,
brain is surprisingly empty right now. Crickets.
This is what you hear.
Speaking of which, I got a box of crickets.
oh,
I
nice.
love the sound.
You put that. You should put that on your
box of
you
crickets.
should put that on your Tinder. I love long walks, walking in the
receiving
dirt,
box of
and I
crickets.
receive a box of crickets every week.
Yep.
Yeah, along with the roaches.
I call them
Yeah.
bugs. I
The
call them.
non-mating
I
roaches.
call them Matt's bugs.
They're asexual roaches, right? They don't. The
Do
roaches
I
you get
exist
can't.
in this world?
Not you do, but Johnny
They're-
Depp
They're
doesn't.
called
No.
Matt's bugs.
Called Matt's bugs.
And
No,
they're
they-
more than
they,
just roaches.
There you go. You did it. You just did it.
I know.
They're called Matt's bugs, and they're more.
No,
than
they
just
they,
roaches.
they
Out of control, dude. You may be sounding like some medieval knight.
They're more than just roaches.
That's not what I sound like.
we pan over to Andy's in full like iron metal. What is that thing called? I can't think
He's
of
the
any
Green
words.
Knight.
No, what are those?
Chainmail.
Yeah, chain
Yeah, the chainmail.
And he's got his hoods down.
They're more than just roaches, you. Announce you who you are, sire. Andy, what are you doing? You're
I
not
know,
the
what
Green
the
Knight.
hell?
I
mean,
know.
Green
Yeah, I
Knight.
wish this was a round table. So you could be Knights of the Round Table, Andy. We get
I
it.
do actually. This would be.
I never do square.
I much prefer round.
The
table.
kingdom doesn't approve of square tables.
It's true.
That's true. It's because I think it's because your mouth. You like it sitting up here, and when your mouth sits up here, because he
It's because
purses.
his mustache is
No,
falling over
it's
his
because
lip
he's
at
got
this
his
point.
smolder. You know what he does?
I'm pretty
he's
sure it's
always
the
doing
mustache.
this.
This is not.
Oh.
No.
Is he squeezing in his cheeks?
He's got his little, his little tick. You ever see Andy? If you're watching him and watch him out there, he goes like this. Literally, he goes like this.
Watch.
If we just keep the camera while you and I are speaking, I guarantee you, at times it'll be more than not. He goes,
Yeah.
well, here it is. Here it is. He goes, mm-hmm.
See, I'm pretty sure it's he's adjusting his mustache. That's what I thought anyway.
Mm-mm. No, he's getting ready to talk. He wants to say something. If I could.
You know, I would love to see Andy like
If
with
I
a
could get in
short
here just
haircut
a
and completely clean
Oh
shaven.
my God, we got to do it. We're gonna take a poll right now. Who wants to see Andy cut his hair up because he's got great hair? Cut his hair up, all like old school pit, and shave his facial hair, but leave like maybe just a little bit on the sides and of the mustache, just a little bit on the sides.
He's weird.
A little bit
Space in the middle.
Well, you got to
And just the end.
Can we close it on Andy's space?
Basically, the
I could literally put my gum in there in the space between his mustache already. I'm just saying, just trim it down.
Have you ever seen him? It's because he spreads it like
Of course, he won't leave his hands off his own face. He loves his face.
We're gonna give you the anti-Hitler. We're gonna shave it in the middle and just leave two
Yeah,
parts.
yeah,
on
that's
the
what
side.
Joe was talking about.
Call it the reverse Hitler. What a horrible beard name or mustache name. That'd be terrible. What do you want today? Give me the reverse Hitler. I mean, that's a terrible.
Yeah, I don't like
You'd never
this
use
dude.
that.
It's so weird even saying that name.
Yeah, I think we
is.
should
hold so
It
much.
I
is.
don't know
We're
if
gonna
we
edit
should-
that out. We're gonna
Probably
nasty
is.
snippy.
What was
We're
his
gonna-
real? That wasn't even his real name.
Adolf.
No, this is working.
We've really gone down a rabbit hole. Clearly, we have nothing to talk about. But summer's coming.
Summer.
Yeah.
Love it.
Summer. Yeah. Na 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 na.
What is Andy just handed Joe?
Come on, man.
His
Come on.
phone. What is
man.
on that? Why is
Come
Andy?
on, man. Okay, you
Andy's
ready? You ready
losing
for
it.
this?
Yeah,
This is a history lesson.
I'm ready.
You know what Adolf Hitler's real last name is?
Oh my gosh.
Schickelgruber.
What? Schickelgruber? What the heck?
It's like McGruber.
How did I not know this?
Schickelgruber. What a
Schickelgruber.
horrible, horrible, horrible last name.
And he changed his
He was
name.
a horrible
and,
man.
and
so it's
apropos to a
fitting.
horrible person. Yes.
Wow.
The worst ever. Evil on earth as we know it.
Can you imagine the other guys who actually had the name Hitler and they're like, no,
Yeah.
no, please.
No.
No, don't change it. It's my name.
I know.
I only get one name.
I wish he had just gone by Schickelgruber.
Oh, my God.
Schickelgruber will take over the world. Say it with me.
It doesn't have the,
Schickelgruber.
Wow.
it doesn't have
Horrible.
the same ring to it,
No,
does it?
it's terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
Horrible. You couldn't drink and say that. Schickelgruber. Gruber Schickel.
Oh,
Really, the Hickelgruber guy.
Sounds like you were drinking.
I know,
When you
Hickelgruber.
say it normally.
I know. You sound like you're drinking normally when you talk. Listen to me, Joe.
Gosh.
I'm doing a little work, Joe. I'm working.
Speaking of this, have you heard
I
this?
don't know.
I was watching this accent, a person who's really good with accents,
Yeah.
and they were saying that an Australian accent, if you
Yeah.
think about it,
Absolutely.
it's,
What
you know,
is it?
we've said this, but Australia was, settled,
Oh, yeah,
settled
mate.
by a bunch of
Who settled
convicts.
Australia?
English convicts.
Well, didn't they send a lot of
Farther
people
history.
they didn't want
Yeah,
there?
it was their first,
right.
it's where
You're
they
going out there
Anyway,
saying a lot of
if
talking a lot
you
of
hear an
crap.
Australian accent, you're like, how do you do it? The best way to
You're
do it
talking a
is
lot
to
of
start with a
crap,
British
mate.
accent and then add alcohol to it.
Really?
And that's how
Oh.
don't
the
know.
Australian accent.
No.
If you think about it, it's like
Right.
you're
Think
like,
about
oh
it.
wow, it's like if you take a British accent, you slow it down.
Right.
Anyway,
yeah, right.
they also said that I didn't know this, Southern accents, U.S. Southern accents are actually the closest
Jamaican.
to British accents.
Jamaican, but
well, I
drunk.
was going to say, because they do
same,
say that.
Same kind of a
Right,
thing.
Right.
Add alcohol
Right. Yes.
to a, that mid-Atlantic type accent, and you get a Southern accent, which is
Yeah.
one step closer
And
to
I
British.
think, honestly, New York, too. Because you look at New York, right? You think about this,
Similar.
right? How you doing? What's going on? You
Yeah,
want to talk
similar.
to me? Talk, right? If
Yeah.
you talk,
Yeah,
talk.
it's similar.
So you listen to
yeah,
talk.
it's
And if you were to talk and take it and take it and take it and take it and take it, talk. I mean, that's what we turned it into, right? We turned it into a list of that.
think you just.
What are you talking
Joe,
about?
no one goes full special Jack, Joe.
No, what do you mean? That's
No
full
one
New
goes
York.
full special
Listen
Jack.
to me. Don't tell me what it is, right? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's full New York, and that's the way it talks. Period. That's the way it is.
That's a Tropic
Look
Thunder.
at Russell Crowe's
reference.
New York accent. He does it in every movie because he doesn't want to actually use his Australian accent. So he does everything like a New Yorker. He does serial killers.
I don't know,
He
Joe.
does
He
Jekyll
didn't
and
do
Hyde.
that in Gladiator.
He did it in The Mummy.
What about
he
Beautiful
literally
Mind?
played Jekyll and Hyde.
Beautiful
He had
Mind?
a little New York accent. and
Really?
he certainly did it in L.A. Confidential. Yes,
Really?
he did. Even though it was set in L.A., he still talked like this.
Really?
Yes. I think it's a mask because he actually doesn't want to get down and have an American accent because then the Australian accent might come in there a little bit,
Yeah.
But at any rate, I feel like New York, if you were to back it up from like
Yeah.
that kind of talk, it would
Joe,
actually be.
you
It would actually
throwing
be
me
a
off
little bit.
here.
Really? Am I throwing you off? Am I throwing you
Joe,
off?
Please don't represent.
I mean, if you talk Cockney like this,
my God. It's terrible.
well, so have a little Michael Caine.
Terrible.
A little Michael Caine.
Oh,
Andy,
my
do your Michael Caine.
This is Michael Caine.
No, that's not Michael Caine. That's I don't know what that was.
What?
It was all raspy. What is
Honestly,
that?
He is raspy.
No, he's 97 years old now. But in his prime, he wasn't raspy. He was. This is Michael Caine. Good, do it, Andy. But when you're done with that ridiculous smoothie you drink every day, destroying your stomach with that weird glop, he puts in. This is good for me. Good for the old belly.
He has like 3 shakes a day. It's
I know he
ridiculous.
does.
Woo! And I see him make it. He's like 1 scoop of vegetables.
I know.
Like, Andy, that's
I
not. It can't be better than just eating vegetables.
It's definitely not.
Makes it easier.
It's like a dried green powder.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
Yeah.
dude.
With lactic acid.
My name's Michael Caine.
Hey, that's a good one.
He
Way to go.
speaks.
Hey.
Oh God! Honestly, your accents were so terrible.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
it's rubbed
I
off
made
on
them
me.
terrible on purpose. I could do them good if I wanted to. I chose not to keep it interesting.
Yeah, well.
You can't be good at everything. So I purposefully am not. Otherwise, guys, it would get awkward for you two.
What is?
Why does Joey do everything so much better than
I
us?
saw this interview with Shaq,
I love Shaq.
and he was like,
You remember when he used to come up to me and we used to be in the movie theaters and he'd be like, no joke. This happened on more than one occasion. And I'd feel literally the palm of his hand would be here. Okay,
Yeah, and his
the bottom,
fingers
and his fingers would be
wrap-
literally under
yeah.
my nose. He'd be
Yeah.
like this. He'd put his hand like this. He'd go,
palm your head.
Joey Lawrence,
Yeah.
like that. And I'd be like, hello, Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he's great.
Somebody
I
once
love
told
Shaq.
him this, and he was like, "Yeah, I think that's the way I feel about this." He was like, he wasn't good at free throws, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, "That's God."
It's hard for him to get the
that's
finesse.
God
'cause-
keeping me humble.
Ah,
So
I
that's
like
God
that.
keeping you humble, Joe.
Yeah,
You can't be good at
I'm
everything.
definitely not. No, if I had been 6'3", I would have been unstoppable. But
Oh
he
God.
kept me at 5'9" and a quarter. Unfortunately, 5'10".
So I have a good
5'10".
heart.
So and then there I developed other things like a heart and a brain.
To compensate for my
If I had been 6'3", I would have needed neither of those things.
vertical
Oh my
challenge.
Yeah, I would have excelled on pure physical dominance.
my
You
God.
too, Mac. Imagine if he had given you height with your jumping abilities. You would have literally
I would have
would've-
been a starting point guard
probably
in the NBA.
Probably.
Yeah.
You probably would have gone that route because you were so
Yeah,
obsessed with it.
I was obsessed.
Yeah.
So obsessed.
Yep. Instead, you struggled for 8 months and did slam a ball, but it was
Now he still limps.
now he's got no hips left.
Nope.
He's got bolts that cling. It's like a robot. What the heck is that?
It's just
Steve?
Matt. He
Is
sounds
the
like
air conditioning failing
sounds
again?
like
No,
the-
it's Matt.
it
He's
sounds
coming
like
to
the
visit.
Tin Man.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He
Click,
moves.
click. Look at these lymph nodes. They're just healing. These hips of mine. And
Oh,
constant healing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So summer, guys. We
Yeah.
were actually going to talk about summer before we started talking about God knows what. But what do you?
What is
I mean,
that hook?
what is this?
That's
Why
for-
is this in
it's
here?
for a guitar.
Oh,
I
is
don't
that
know
what
why
this
it's
Something
not.
come off of a wall
No, I
somewhere?
don't know. Maybe I found another one somewhere. I don't know.
Nice. I love it. All right,
Can
well,
you put it over there on the chair?
Oh, I got those.
yeah, I
those
might
are the
want
good
to. I
ones.
might want to put one up in my bedroom. Would you mind doing that for me? I got to find a stud.
Sure.
I don't have
right
one-
here, buddy.
No.
Oh gosh.
No.
Don't ask Joe to hang things.
No,
for
you just said I need to find a stud.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
I know.
That went right over
Stud
my
alert.
head.
No, as Pop would say, I'm a mere shadow of my former self.
I'm
No,
sorry,
you're
Joe.
you're looking good these days, but you definitely can't hang anything.
I'm never hanging, guys. Anything. Trust me.
Matt's good at hanging stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a hanger.
The problem with me is I usually just
I can hang up stuff. I actually hung up. I do hang up stuff. Let me tell you something. I can patch and I can paint too. I don't love it, but when I get into it, I do it right.
Yeah.
Just know that.
yeah. It takes me like
Stop looking at me like that.
When did you patch something?
I just patched up my house the other day. I just did. Around the shower, need a little patching. I did it. In the guest bathroom.
patch around the
caulking.
shower. Yeah,
No,
that's
I had to
caulking is totally different.
No, I had to rip it out. I caulked it. Not the shower
caulking.
door.
That's caulking.
That's a,
Patching
that's
would
a
be you have a
caulking.
hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's like drywall or something.
It was right next to the shower. The wall itself was actually the moisture was getting in there, so I had to gut
Did
it
you
all
have a
out.
spatula?
I did have a spatula. Yep.
Really?
Actually, I do need to recaulk my shower.
Well, I'm very
Got
good
any
at it.
tips?
I'm very good at it.
Maybe,
You use the silicone.
maybe
I
there's a
highly
leather
suggest one of
jacket in
those.
it for you.
Leather
I have a
jacket.
couple of favorite ones I love. They're really thin,
Yeah.
and so you can get a good bend on it and get that
Yes.
perfect, like scrape.
Yes.
I got an inch. I got like all the way up to
Nice.
3 inches.
Yeah, you want them to bend a little bit. You
Yeah,
want to have
they're nice.
the silicone ones I like because you can get them to bend
What
in there.
the heck?
silicone spatulas.
No, dude.
That's the one I
I don't
use.
think we're talking about the same thing.
Not the
Joe's
actual
talking
putty
about
themselves.
caulking.
The actual spatula.
Matt's
Yeah.
talking about patching.
When you caulk, I use a silicone spatula.
talking about caulking.
No,
I know.
I did patch, but now we're talking about the shower. He said he needed some caulking on his shower, so I said I use a silicone spatula, a little thin one, because it bends and I can get a smoother line when I'm putting the caulk in there. Does that make sense to you now?
Yeah.
Can you get that
The
through
what,
whatever's
Joe?
going on in here?
The caulk.
The cool kid. Oh God, he's back. There he is.
There he goes.
He's back. Yes, the Barbosa. Right? I'll be Barbosa. You be Sparrow. Hey, Jack Sparrow. Sparrow.
The
Yeah.
squid.
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah,
Right?
he was great.
He was great. I love those movies. Speaking of summer blockbusters, I always look forward to. Speaking of summer and blockbusters, should I say? I always look forward to. The summer blockbusters. You know, and I love pirates. There's rumors of them doing another one, which I'm
There
excited
are.
about. But I didn't love how they veered so far into like the supernatural. I wish they had
know.
kept them more
grounded.
grounded.
A little bit. Yeah.
I didn't
movie-
love
You know what movie I really love?
what
Masters and
Cutthroat Island.
Commanders.
Rennie Harlan's Cutthroat Island
No.
with Gina
You ever
Davis.
have you ever seen this movie, Masters and Commanders?
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
it's
that's
really
an
good
amazing movie.
movie. Yeah.
The opening, the sound
Dude.
design of being on a ship.
It was brilliant.
Oh my
That's an
gosh.
old movie too.
I love
Master
that movie.
Commander,
I
right?
kind of want to watch
Yeah,
it. I really like it.
it's just such
Russell
a
Crowe.
phenomenal-
Yeah,
Yeah, Russell
Yeah,
Crowe
dude, it was sick.
It's really
plays the captain of the ship, and there's a little play with Darwin, and they go to the Galapagos, and it's a phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, I absolutely love it.
Master Commander.
I don't know who anyone. What was that?
What do you mean?
Master and Commander.
I wanted to bring in a little bit of the Sith Lord from Star Wars.
Oh boy.
Again, you the whale. You've never seen the movie.
Right. Master Commander. And the way those huge, almost Godzilla type lizards, Joe, you've never seen.
There are
this.
lizards in the movie, but they're not.
They're iguanas. Although
No, I know.
only
And the
problem
sword fights.
Oh, I love this.
the only problem with the movie the only thing that threw me off and got me upset.
Oh no! Wasn't
Was
it
that-
aquatic?
No, was that
Iguana?
they're in the
Wait,
Galapagos.
he said no, but then he said
know. Wait,
yes.
they're in-
No, yes.
They're in the girl.
Oh, yes.
Well, because the first thing he said was wrong. He corrected himself, and then he
Yes,
corrected himself
no.
correctly.
What?
Oh,
Matt,
my
you're
gosh.
really a
Anyway.
creepy person.
So he's studying the marine iguanas. Now, of
Uh-huh.
course, there's laws. You can't touch them.
right.
So then they do like another
Brian
shot
C. Hammer wrote
where
that
he was
song.
collecting some of them to bring back. 'Cause that's what Darwin did. He collected
like you did.
species all over the
You
world.
sneak lizards back from all
Matt
over
this
the
was
world.
smuggled.
before they
Matt
were-
smuggled chameleons in his armpits.
Let's not get
In
me
his
in trouble
armpits,
here.
everybody.
He was like 13 years old.
Yeah,
so
and in his
Before-
pants.
First of all, I wasn't 13. I was younger than that.
One of Matt's bugs crawling on
And
the table.
I didn't. There weren't laws that I knew of. at
There
that
were.
point.
You just didn't know.
Anyway, but they cut and they used a green iguana, baby. Like, couldn't be more opposite. There are rock iguanas. They could have used
Right.
stenosauras. They could have used anything.
Well, I'm sure they were looking for the one that visually was the most interesting.
That's
but
what I mean. But it visually didn't even remotely look
the green
like
one will pop. Let's
Oh.
use
the
that
type
one.
of iguana. But there's so many
Yes,
other better
Master,
matches,
come
and they
on
used the
now.
worst match. And I was
Joseph.
bummed about that.
strange character.
this side of the dot. Well, Joe,
I
you
feel like-
didn't see it.
I feel like Joe's like weird. It's like little Stevie running around on a
However,
pirate
guys,
ship.
you know
little
I'd crush
Stevie
on a pirate
from
ship.
from East Street Band. You know what I'm talking about? Bruce.
Oh
Springsteen.
my gosh, yeah.
It's like him running around on a pirate
He
ship.
kind of looks like a pirate.
I know. That's why I want him going. Master and Commander.
But anyway, I saw this documentary and I was like,
I would
I
dominate
can't
you guys
believe
on
they
a
haven't
pirate ship.
made this movie. There was so you
Wait,
had Dave
should
Pirates.
we really
Yeah, I was
be
gonna
saying
say,
this?
yeah, don't
Yeah,
say
should we
it.
really be saying this?
Why would you say it? Because the movie will get made.
Well, hopefully we're the ones that make it. 'Cause
Can
Let's
you-
put it
can
out in
you-
the
can you-
universe.
Can you shut up?
No,
Can you shut your mouth?
no,
Can you just shut your mouth?
no. I want to say
Can you
it.
shut your mouth?
I want to say
Don't
my
say it.
my movie
Please
idea.
don't say it.
Okay,
All right,
so
you
you
could
know-
say it. You could say it. Make a note. We edit this out. Go ahead. Say it.
So you know they have Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Matt's like, what about Pirates of
Booty.
Pirates of Space?
Wait,
What?
they had space cowboys.
Yeah.
Space Pirates.
Space pirates.
No.
Trapped in the time continuum. Oh God.
Yes, Master Commander.
Do you know where the pirate culture actually started?
Yeah.
And was a huge problem for the first major corporation of the world, the Indian Spice Company, who was charting spice from India through the Indian Ocean up into in Europe,
Right.
Madagascar.
Yep.
And it was the Indian
Africa.
Ocean pirates.
It was Africa.
And there was a Scottish guy who was hired, and he was like the best captain ever to sail a ship.
The seven
and he
seas.
was hired by the East India Company and by England to go and stop and
Yep.
hunt down pirates in the Indian Ocean.
Why has this never been a movie?
I don't
There's
know.
also these beautiful little pirate villages.
I don't know. It'd be the coolest.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. No, I don't know. It'd be the coolest movie ever.
It would
It's
be.
Pirate Hunters.
Wow.
It's like the coolest thing ever. Anyway, yeah, it's never been made into a movie. But I saw his documentary. I was like, how is this not
Pirate
a
Hunters.
movie?
The
It's
pirate
like the
hunter.
OG
The
Pirates
pirate
of the
hunter.
Caribbean. It's
the
like
pirate hunter.
yeah,
Dude.
I know. Be super cool.
Okay. Andy, get to writing that, okay? Matt and I will cash in on all of your hard work. Thank you.
Yes. That'd be so cool.
to writing, Andy. Back to the table.
Research.
Yes,
But I would. My
research.
point is, I would do it more on the lines of Masters and Commanders.
Right. Well, honestly, I wish Pirates was more. That's what I mean.
too.
I wish it
Yeah.
was more
It
grounded.
was just.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
Like,
cool.
They should have just kept like there should have been like a mystery about the unknown and the magic and
But I
not
didn't need to
actually
see the
have weird
underworld, and I
underworld.
know.
I mean, and the
It
skeletons
took me out of it.
walking on the
Took me
bottom
out
of
of
the
it.
seas.
Took
and-
me really out
or
of it.
get there,
Well,
like
you're right.
get
It is
there. but-
Master and Commander.
Yes.
The far side of the world.
Yes.
Master and Commander.
I
The
kept
far
thinking I
side
was
of
making
the
it
dark
plural. I didn't
side
realize.
of the force. Right?
The dark side
of the world.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Far side of the world. It's such a great title for it. I love it.
Could you imagine being on a ship?
Oh my gosh, a wooden ship.
The Love Boat
I don't
takes
think
you wherever you want to go.
Don't think it was a love boat,
The
Joe.
Love Boat.
I see some Caribbean
love,
storm
love,
and
love,
Joe
love.
goes to the Love Boat.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't Johnny Depp have a pirate ship?
He did. He had an island.
Cost him like
And
$1
pirate
million
ship
a
that
day
he
or something.
Sailed
right?
to it. Yep.
No.
Yes, he did.
I also, I realized
He's had a lot of
saw,
things.
I saw that another random factoid that Sting gets
Did you see that?
$2,000 a day.
$2,500 a day from
Puff Daddy.
For sampling his
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
For the rest of
Because
his
he
life.
didn't for the rest of his life. He's already paid him $5.8 million.
Yeah, for the rest of his life.
But he's getting $2,500 a day.
A day.
Every day.
No, $2,000 a day.
Oh, is it 2,000?
Every day.
Oh, my
For the rest of his life.
goodness.
And there's
Really?
another rapper that did it recently that took one of his and didn't know. Like the producer just sampled a Sting
Oh,
sample,
no.
and it's even more. Joe's taking off his shoes, which is woo.
Oh.
And it's cramping my style
Nothing like a
little
new
bit.
boot.
It was I was losing
It's like
all
a new
feeling.
glove.
It
Do you
had-
have one foot that's a little bigger than the other?
Yes, I think so.
My dominant right foot's a little
honestly,
bigger
I think
than
what
my
it is
left.
my instep, my arch
Yeah.
is a little higher on one,
Yeah.
and so it just rubs on the top of a new boot like that, and
For
I'm
Matt-
losing feeling. I
Yeah.
was dealing with it, but we're 35 minutes in, and honestly, it reached my knee. So at my knee, I thought the feeling at that point.
any higher than the knee.
I didn't want it to
was-
get into the quad. That would have been bad,
Let's see how long it takes for you to get the thing
Yeah,
back.
this entire left side is numb.
Wow.
Yeah, you're getting old when. Funny story. I was doing a tech scout today, and
A what?
a tech scout for a project. Anyway, you know how sometimes you lean on something.
Oh, so that's why you were late.
No, that was that was a daughter issue. But listen, that was one of my beautiful daughters. But listen, and I thought, how sometimes you get a little tingling and you're like, hey, what's going on here, right? Because men, for some reason, they hit their 40s and they think they're dying, or I don't know what happens. You sense your own mortality, and I think that you question everything. At least I do. And I have a lot of my friends that do that too, or went through a spell. Anyway, so I'm walking on these stages, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh my God. And my hand starts tingling. I'm like, why does this feel? It was tingly. And like something was tickling me. And I was like,
you get
wait, hold on.
911 on speed.
yeah, I
dial,
was
and
like,
you're
what's happening?
should I push it?
What's happening? I was like, oh God. I was trying to be calm. We're there with a group of people. And I'm like, oh God. It was up here. And I was like, oh my God. Now it's from the top of my wrist down to my pointer finger. I'm like, something's not right. It's on the left side. This is the hard side. I'm
no.
like, this is not right. And I was like, okay. And I tried not to freak out. And behind the corner, there was this bright light from the rig on the top. And I went, oh my God, what's going on? And I looked at it. It was a long hair that was just sitting from I don't know where I picked it up. Some long hair. Yeah, long hair. Just, I don't know where it was from. Maybe I was touching it.
Is this tickling?
Yeah, it was just tickling my hand. I was like, I'm healed. I'm
Oh my
healed. Thank
gosh.
you, God. I'm healed. Yeah, true
So
story.
ridiculous.
I know, I'm a hypochondriac. That's the worst. Anyway, sorry, guys. I just want to live a long time. Enjoy you guys. I got kids.
Have you been seeing a lot on social media about how you can heal yourself and how powerful the mind is? And
Keeps the plaque away. You knock your plaque away from your heart
oh yeah,
with these taps.
Mm-hmm.
Taps.
Yeah,
all these
I've
kind
seen
of things.
that too.
Yeah.
And I can heal yourself with food
You can.
too. I saw this one story. This guy, he was in late stages of cancer, unfortunately,
Yeah.
and he decided he was doing research on the chemo that they told him was basically his last option. What's wrong, man?
Well, we were just having fun, and then you really got
I mean,
serious.
come on, this is stuff I want to talk about.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We're talking about a lot of what
they
you
said
want to talk
here's the chemo you have the option of taking. It could give you X amount of time longer. And he did research, and it looked like maybe 1% increase in length of life and quality of life. He was like, I'm not going to do it. So he went on this journey of healing himself through food. He had 13 tumors, and after a year and a half, it was like a full-time job though. He was juicing I want to say 30 pounds of fruits and vegetables a day. I mean, it was literally, he ate 15 times a day. It was literally, it just became his whole life.
I'm sure.
Within a year and a half, his last tumor finally shrunk, and he's cancer-free.
Oh my
So there's
gosh.
something to it.
Look, there's so
something
many
to
things.
the
There's so many
foods.
things we don't know. I hear all about sound frequency and
Yeah, there's
and
so many
light,
interesting things
light,
about that, too.
light energy and all that stuff. So there's a lot to a lot of it. The earth has a lot of things that are healing that we don't utilize a lot, and modern medicine is great too, but there's a lot of things out there with the earth that are very healing, and we're just not tapped into it. We haven't been, we've gotten away from that, as modern medicine has helped so much. So, but there's a lot of stuff that definitely I think we leave on the table.
I was surprised to see, again, on social media that people were shocked that orangutans and chimpanzees use plants as medicine.
Yeah.
That's something that I've studied for a long time, and it's amazing how the FDA has kept that from
Is
the
it
public's knowledge.
orangutans or orangutans? You just said tans.
Mm-hmm.
That's because Matt can't speak.
No,
Is it orangutans?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not orangutans.
No. Mm-mm.
It's orangutans.
Mhm.
Like they're tan.
Oh, it turns out that Joe can't speak.
Orangutans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not the same ring as
Tangs?
orangutan.
Orangutan?
Yeah, it's orangutan over there. It's orangutans. Wow.
What, Joe?
I don't know. I just never really
Orangutan.
thought about it that way. Orangutan.
It's an orangutan.
But yeah, you know that these plants
I don't.
are all banned from being brought in to being studied.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't obviously patent a natural.
Yeah. Well, look, man. As
Plant.
with any good thing, modern medicine too, big business gets involved and
Yeah, if you can't make $1 billion off of it,
messes stuff up for sure. Even though there's a lot of good stuff out there, but
That's what's happening to this pod.
big businesses
Big
come and
business
destroyed us. We don't even recognize ourselves anymore. As soon as we started doing those deals with American Express, Coca-Cola, Ford, look at us. We don't even know who we are anymore.
Yeah, we're really straight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking Coca-Cola like a fiend. That's how much they're paying me. I know it's not good for me, but I'm drinking it.
I do like a good Coca-Cola
I know.
every
Again,
once in a while. Ooh,
the CEO of Coca-Cola doesn't let his family drink Coca-Cola.
it's crazy.
The CEO
So
of
you know.
The CEO of Apple doesn't let his kids spend too much time on the Apple, or doesn't let
I know.
his kids wear the AirPods because
know.
the EMFs going through your brain are not good.
I know.
You
I
know?
sleep with them on.
Nice.
Well, no,
that explains the accent. That's
Cook
what
said.
that is.
Cook said.
You know,
that,
Joe.
oh my
You know, they
God.
say one of the symptoms of wearing earpods is a weird mouth twitch, and Andy's over there going,
No, he said. Cook said that they didn't design their products for people to be on them all day long.
"Of course not." That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to keep a TV on all day long. You know, none of these products are designed to be on all day. I know Andy does, and you do too. However, you do want to listen all day long. Listening
I just
is
like old
always
movies
good for you.
on,
To pods.
like all the time.
Huh?
I put on old
Me
movies
too.
all the time.
Me too. I put on
Something
feel good.
I have
soothing
on the
about that.
waterfront.
There is.
You know.
There's this movie. Yeah, I know.
I've completely changed. You know,
I
I
love it.
used to. You know what's
It's a good
crazy?
movie.
When I
on the waterfront.
Yeah.
That's what you
All
put
Quiet
on
the
all day?
Waterfront?
Yeah.
No, on the waterfront.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. He
What's
plays.
the other one? All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a
Not quite the same thing.
good movie, but
you know what's crazy? My soothing thing. I used to come home and put the news on.
Yeah.
Now I can't do that anymore.
No.
They've ruined it for me.
I know.
I can't put any. In fact, I steer clear of any kind of news channel.
well, it's because I feel like the news, and if you have to like go to local news, and it's still somewhat Stepfordy. It's still kind of like
No, I can't watch any of
it's
the
still
news
kind of
channels
like Ron Burgundy.
It is.
for
What do you
me.
mean, kind of. It
It
definitely
really is. Oh, look, we are in a high-speed pursuit. Oh boy.
I know.
Oh, look, Mark, look at him go.
Jerry?
Yeah, like
Thanks so much, Kim. It's interesting, Dale. This week at the Grove, a cat went missing.
Yeah.
Whiskers, the friend. I mean, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
But lucky for Whisker,
Right.
a good Samaritan was walking by at the right time.
oh Lord.
And then I love they cut to the interview, you know? Yeah, well, I just saw him there and I said, hey, that's a cat.
Oh my God.
Is this story going anywhere?
Thanks, Mark. And back to you, Suzanne.
That's what it is. Oh, it's so unbelievable.
Will it be getting warmer? Stay tuned.
Heat waves coming up next. Meteorologist Ben Sherrin's gonna. Thanks so much. High temperature's coming in. The Southland's gonna feel like a cake line. It's like, oh
so
my God.
good.
Yep,
I love
yep,
it.
yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
just steer
the city
clear.
of angels becomes a city of hell. I've been drinking. Look at this heat wave. Oh gosh, that's so funny.
It is. I actually watch it. It's like
still
nostalgic
classic
for some reason.
There's a few things
It's
that have
weird.
that have
Like
that are
7
just
o'clock
holding on.
news.
Yeah, that are holding
I'm
on.
still into it. I
They're holding
love
on.
it.
Some of those like Wheel of
entertaining.
Fortune and these kind of things. I know that. Yeah, I know that Ryan Seacrest is taking over now, but it's like
no.
yep.
Bummer.
But Pat's out. He's doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that
Without Pat, they don't have a show.
There's nothing. No, with Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but we shot on a lot. Give me a break. Early '80s, called Metro Media Studios,
Yep.
which is now named something different. Remember all the silver statues? Okay. The sound stages next to us, Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune premiered. Literally, I think the same year as Give Me a Break. I want to say like 81, 82, somewhere in that range.
Wow.
And Alex Trebek, no joke, used to flirt with Mom all the time.
What?
Yes. Yes.
He was a flirt?
Big flirt. He drove a Porsche. You know, I'm a car guy. Okay. And
You know what's funny?
yeah.
I have weird memories of this.
Do you? A red 944 Porsche is what he drove. And believe it or not, he let his daughter drive it at some point. His daughter was probably 17 at the time or something.
back.
Yeah, turn back. But anyway, and he all the time would flirt with Mom outside when we run into each other. We'd be going out to get in the car to go home or something. He'd be coming out from work, and he would all the time flirt with Mom. I remember. I was like 5, 6. I remember it though.
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Anyway, but those two shows both started. They filmed right next door to us.
Wow.
When we were on Give Me a Break. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
I have a weird, young memory of Vanna White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because they
Yeah,
were there.
weird.
I saw Vanna all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah. I
No,
remember that.
everybody. It was really it was cool. It was a cool time. You know,
It was a
Talk
cool
about
time.
Yeah, and there's still a few of these little analog kind of leftovers, like the local news and things.
Yeah,
and,
that reminds
but
you
you
of
just
that
remind you of like that era that
Take
where
you there.
things were just easier,
Simpler
and simpler.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not such immediate gratification. You know, there was something really special about. I think people in general, like, it was cool that they had to tune in to watch things. Like, I think that does something to the brain. You know, not everything's so immediate at your fingertips, although we love it, but it's not so immediate. You know, I
Yeah.
think there is something really kind of cool about that. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. What do we got planned for the summer? We always do something. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna do
this summer?
something. We're gonna have some sort of
We're gonna
summer
do
adventure.
something this
We're gonna
summer.
have summer adventure.
Yes, we are. I'm excited about seeing a couple of movies.
Yeah,
I
seen
think the
some
movie
movies.
this summer will be probably Wolverine, Deadpool, right? Deadpool.
I think
Wolverine.
so.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our tickets.
Oh yeah, we are. And we're gonna watch it, and then we'll come back here and talk about it. I'm excited.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't
I'm
wait.
excited. There's a whole bunch of weird Marvel stuff going on. You know, speaking of like summer movies and blockbusters. I mean, there's been talk about Robert Downey Jr. coming back and reprising Iron Man, which
And he's
pray
open
that
to
he
it.
does. He is. I pray he does because the Marvel universe has been destroyed. So they have to bring back some of the stuff that made it great, and they've gotten so far away from it.
I just wish they would take a break.
You know,
They just
It's-
need to get
you
back
know
to
it's
good
like-
movies.
it's like- you know what's like when
making
somebody's
good movies would be
stumbling
a start.
And you
Can
just
I-
keep stumbling and stumbling. It's like, just take a moment.
can I say something?
Pause.
Regroup.
There was
Regroup.
an
Stop
old
putting these movies out.
Yep.
there was an old Marvel video game where you could like design your own squad,
Nice.
and it was almost like a precursor to what these movies were.
Right.
Right? It really was. But it would be so fun to see Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man and Wolverine, Hugh
Well-
Jackman, and Tom Holland Spider-Man, and do like an
Yeah.
elite, and it like do like a different version.
Something leaked a couple
How are
weeks
they
ago
all-
where
It's
Tobey
a-
Maguire's
It's a multiverse,
Right.
now.
And-
No,
But-
dude, it's what it is. Even
but-
Deadpool Wolverine's going to be that.
but
They're just people are jumping through the
But wait a
lines,
minute,
through
wait a
the
minute.
string
But
theory
there
of life.
is- there
It's
is
just what's happening.
more than a rumor of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man teaming up with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. That's for real. I read that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't understand.
I guess because people really love seeing
It's really-
Toby and what's his face, whoever played the other Spider-Man.
Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland together. They love that, and that was a cool moment. It was a cool moment seeing the three of those guys kind of
Well,
play together.
that's how they've explained it, and now there's the multiverse, and that's what
Right.
it is.
It's like
Right.
that's like for me. It's like the multiverse would be.
lazy.
It's I don't get it.
So
It's
lazy.
like
You
it's
can
like
just have
saying,
anybody
for
meet
example,
anybody.
Master and Commander, Far Side of the World with like Captain Jack or something. I don't.
He just
know.
shows
What?
up in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
But-
make any sense.
What do you mean? It's
What
just
movie was that with Kurt Russell?
Captain Jack?
Captain Ron.
Captain Ron.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's
The
even,
comedy?
That's even
Captain
makes it
That's
less
what I
Ron.
mean.
sense.
That's what I mean. I don't like it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think he
dude?
was just a.
No, I think it's clever. I'd check. I'd watch it.
Would
Like
you?
I would watch like a young Blade, like revamp that, and then he somehow falls into a multiverse where he's got to team up with Wesley Snipes, who's an old Blade. That would be sick. I'd watch that movie.
Aren't there stories left to be told?
At the end of the
Aren't there
day,
new ones?
I believe
is a
there
new
are. At
story.
the end of the day, guys, as we've always said, it's just making good movies. Execution. I would let them have creatively any journey they wanted to take, what they've lost the ability to do is make good movies. Jon Favreau set them off on a path to make good movies. They just haven't made good movies.
Yeah, they just start
I think
slocking
they need
it
to
in.
close these books, put them on the shelf for a
boy.
while.
Lock them up. Maybe burn
My
them.
goodness.
Burn them. Burn books. I've always been a fan of burning books.
Eliminate them from history
Yes.
completely. What allow people to come up with new stuff? What by
That would
eliminating
be great.
anything pre-existing?
I know.
New
And
movies would
I'll
be
hold
great.
on to them.
My
What?
favorite superhero movie in the last
Master and Commander, written
2
by
decades
Matthew
was
Lawrence.
Unbreakable, by far.
What?
My favorite superhero of the last 2 decades was Unbreakable, by far.
That's a stretch, Matt. With like movies like Logan
Logan was great.
and like all these
Iron
Logan,
Man.
Iron
First
Man.
Iron Man was.
First Iron Man was okay.
What about
Well,
Batman?
Yeah, like
The
89.
original
I like
Batman.
Unbreakable. I thought that movie was so cool.
Matt is out of his mind.
Loved it.
Well, Matt's like, wait till they get a load of me. It's like, Matt, that's from the first Batman. Are you sure? I think it was Unbreakable. No, it wasn't.
Unbreakable's good.
I
but-
loved Unbreakable, but yeah.
Yeah.
I love those small,
Do you see all of them?
those small
Glass
stories.
and Splice.
Yeah, I've seen them all.
Whatever.
But
Not Splice.
the other ones
it
weren't
was
quite as good. But
Splinter
Unbreakable
Slice.
to me
Winter
was like
Slice.
a solid.
Wait, wasn't
film.
Splice an Adrian Brody movie? Where
I think it was.
there was like some weird sci-fi
Adrian
thing where they
Brody.
like combined.
You remember when we used to see Adrian Brody riding around town with like the 24 spinners
I went on a.
in the turn
It
of
was
the
such an odd.
turn of the
I went on a-
millennium?
It was such an odd.
Adrian Brody was
mix.
doing all these art films, and he was this really intense actor, and he'd roll up with the Hummer with the 24 spinners.
It was a
he was
crazy-
Spinners,
like-
by the way, if you forget what those are, and I'm glad you do. I wish I didn't have them burned into my brain. Was wheels that when you stopped,
They kept
turning.
going.
They kept turning, and Adrian Brody would ride around. Remember with the beanies and the hats backwards and with the spinners.
So interesting.
Very
I
interesting.
did this event with him. He was actually a very nice guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know him. I'm sure he is. I used to just see him out a lot, and he would roll up, and he would have these spinners with the pumping music and boom, boom.
I think that's why he did it.
Yeah, that's why he did that
I think it was a visual.
visual thing.
Look
Visual
at
cue.
me.
Yeah, but was it Splice? Adrian Brody and Splice.
It was a terrible movie.
Yeah, I like Slice, the pizza story.
He's done some really good movies and he's done some really terrible movies. What do you like? Slice?
Pizza story.
However, have you guys been?
That rogue pizza.
Have you guys ever been to one of those
What?
pizza spots on the East Coast?
Yeah, and you just get a slice.
No, but I mean, the slice is the size of one
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah,
full
it's
pizza.
brilliant. The slice
It's
is
gigantic.
One of my favorite places out
Oh.
here is Mulberry Street because they still do kind of give you a fairly good slice,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's not
still
like
a pretty normal size.
Dude,
I mean,
I want
Mulberry
some-
Street pizza.
I
dude.
want a pizza.
I want
I haven't had
pizza so
pizza in
bad.
so long.
Me too.
the problem is I can't eat it in the States anymore. The gluten messes me up so bad.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to Italy. Forget it.
Yep. Get a little pizza. From
Call up the jet,
Napolitano.
Matt. Call up the
I wonder if
jet.
there's any way I could get some.
We
of
got
that
Ford as a
dough
sponsor
over
now.
here.
What?
If I can get some of that dough over
There-
here.
You can definitely get dough.
You could definitely get dough.
Really?
Well,
make
actually, you
it
know what?
myself.
Believe it or not, pretty great pizza is. I know it's a little like expensive, but I had it at that Erewhon market.
Joe, you
No.
That pizza's
Joe,
olive oil.
No,
No, the
good.
dough is no good.
You don't like it? I
The
liked it.
dough messes me up.
No.
I'm telling you,
Does
it's
it?
the wheat. The wheat is no good here. You can't use the wheat here.
There is no wheat in that dough, Matt. It's cassava flour. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just.
Well, maybe that would work. Cassava flour might work.
I love always doing Cary Grant.
Guys, it's summer. I need to get outside. I need
Yeah,
to get
we
in
gotta
the
we gotta
sun.
take a trip. We gotta go somewhere.
I'm
Yeah.
going
We haven't been on a
outside
vacation
now.
in years.
Family trip.
We got to do it.
I'm literally going
The
outside
best.
right now.
You're going outside right now.
Yeah.
What do you
Vitamin D, bro.
I need some vitamin D,
bro.
baby.
Vitamin D, baby.
Vitamin D dope.
You actually do need some vitamin D. You're a
No,
little,
Joe, I just don't
He's a
want
little
to.
pasty.
he's a little pasty.
Well, I did have skin
He's a
cancer removed from
paste.
my back,
And-
so.
Yeah, he's a little.
That's not you. That's me, bro.
No, it was me.
You guys-
I just don't whine about it all the time, like you.
really.
See my scar?
Yeah, where is it?
See, this is his thing. You can't even. He
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
know
that,
anymore.
That deep rivet
Oh
back
my
there.
gosh.
Yeah.
I was
When I impaled
Go
my
ahead,
head, I
Matt,
still have
tell
a
your
scar there.
story.
I had I made the mistake of
Of picking at it every night.
laying on a surfboard or a boogie board for hours
Yeah.
out in the sun
Yeah,
without
I know. I remember when you were doing it.
sunscreen.
Didn't
Yeah.
you want to like make it a pocket at one point? You to store things.
He
You were
put
like,
a single
yeah.
Skittle in
Hot
there for when he
Pocket.
got hungry.
Yeah.
A single Skittle. He was like, look at this one. I used green today.
Oh my god.
Oh no, that was just pus. I'm kidding.
Oh.
That was actually a purple one with
Lord.
pus. Oh, I
Ew.
shouldn't have eaten that. Now I'm feeling sick.
On
Matt,
that note, everybody.
just kidding.
well,
are we done?
I mean, I think we should probably.
We've talked about so many great things.
No, we've talked about.
I feel like we
absolutely
could talk.
nothing.
We could talk another hour about
You're
this
not going to
stuff,
get
guys.
your hour back after this one.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. I just got this note. Ford pulled their sponsorship. Weird.
no.
So did Coca-Cola. Guys, we're not going anywhere this summer. We've lost everything.
But Skittles
is hanging strong. Only because they've been outlawed in 14 states, so they're hanging with us.
We're the only ones that still
The new recipe
Yeah.
of Skittles without the poison. No, they're outlawed in all these states. I'm not making it up. It's the way it is.
Poisonous for 40 years.
Right.
What?
We've been poisoning you secretly for 40 years. Oh, gosh. Follow the rainbow. Yep. Okay. Guys, I think that's it.
Happy summer, everybody.
Happy
Ladies and
start of
gentlemen,
summer.
thank you
We
so
love you
much.
guys.
Yes.
Spend
Thanks
some
for
time with
sticking
family
with
if
us
you can.
this episode.
Oh my goodness, this was painful. I didn't even want to be here for this one. But somehow we made it through. We made it through another one, guys. We made it through another one. We love you.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Have a great week.
Enjoy your summer, and we will see you next week.
Right here on the Brotherly Love Pod.
Brotherly Love Pod.
Pod to pod,
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Hey, what's up, everybody? The
Lawrence brothers are here.
Thank you so much for enjoying this week's episode of the Brotherly Love Pod. And if you want more of this show, check out our premium feed on Supercast. That's right, where you'll see ad-free episodes, monthly AMAs, behind-the-scene content, and so much more. That's brotherlylove.supercast.com to join.
Check out our link tree and subscribe on all platforms.
We'll see you all
Next week!